Hi everyone, it's Kelsey and I'm back and I wanted to talk to you today about a couple of independent perfume houses here in the United States that I like, that I think offer a more affordable option for people who are just getting into this or don't have a lot of money to spend but want to try something different than the mainstream, what they can find easily in their local areas. The first one that I'm going to talk about, and I actually took some photos out, so I'm not going to show you the bottles right now because it just hasn't been working really well on my computer. The first one that I want to talk about is Ava-Luxe, and this is a perfumer, Serena Ava Franco, who's located in San Francisco, who does some fragrances. I have been a longtime fan of her since Love's True Bluish Light. And this is a pretty simple mix of its musk, vanilla, amber, and some milky notes. You guys know that I don't really typically like a lot of gourmand scents, but this is a really pretty, simple, nice scent that I find. Sometimes I just want something comforting, and I really love this one. I think she's done a great job. I would say it falls into a similar category if you like Perfect Veil, kind of along that same line. The thing that I'm not crazy about with the Ava-Luxe is shipping takes a long time. I think my order took almost 2 weeks to get to me, and I'm located in Texas, but there was like no communication either. So I just want to be upfront with everybody about my experience. I have sent her emails in the past. She never responded to my emails, so I don't know if she's got other things going on, if she's a really small shop, but definitely not the level of customer service that I have experienced with other independent places in the U.S. and other people that I'll talk about today. A 15 milliliter EDP of Love's True Bluish Light is $30. I haven't really found many of her other scents that I really loved. I know on Makeup Alley, her fragrance Rasa gets a lot of love by the fragrance board there, so that may be something worth looking into. I also am not sure if she offers samples. I think that for a while she didn't offer samples. I'm just going to look at the website here quickly. Yeah, I don't see anything on here about being able to purchase individual samples. It looks like your option is kind of like the 5 milliliter. So again, that's not terrific for people that would have to, go based upon reading the notes, and we all know that doesn't always work. The next indie perfume house that I want to talk about, and you guys have heard me say before, is Sonoma Scent Studio. And the perfumer there, Lori Erickson, is just an absolute joy to deal with. I really have been so super impressed with everything that I've gotten from this line. I can't wear all of them. I don't love all of them, but I think she has really fantastic skills, especially when it comes to things like wood and incense. I have been obsessed with her Sienna Musk lately. I think it's just such a beautiful scent, and also Champagne de Bois is one of my favorites. I have a purse spray. It goes with me everywhere because it's just one of those really beautiful, rich scents that, if you need to feel a little glamorous, a little pulled together, it's a wonderful scent to have available to you. Sonoma Scent Studio has really quick shipping too, which I love. They're just like, you place your order and within a couple of days you have it in your hands here in the US. That has been my experience. So highly, highly recommend them and dealing with Lori. A 34 milliliter bottle of anything from her line is probably going to run you about $60. But these are parfum concentration, so the highest level of concentration, and this stuff is going to last on you all day. You also do have the option to purchase a 17 milliliter bottle, which I love, or the sprays that I've talked about, and she also does offer samples, and she's super generous too, so, highly recommend this line. Definitely give them a go. She's got a new scent coming out, I believe soon as well, and I can't remember the name of it, but check it out. I'll put a link to their website below. The other indie house that I would recommend is Ave Parfumer. You guys have probably heard me talk about this before, but I think that they have a really great line of fragrances that don't get much attention at all. And I don't understand. I guess maybe because they're not, they're kind of out of the way. They're this really small operation, but their Habanero, which is a leather-based fragrance, and Rue Royale, which I have spoken about before. It's one of my absolute favorite scents ever, and I think it's just really, really beautiful. Other scents that I really enjoy from this line is their Tea Olive, which has a great waxiness almost to it, which I find just so compelling. It's like this beautiful flat, and it smells like it just petals. It's really beautiful. And my mom is absolutely crazy for their scent, Imperatrice. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but it almost to me smells like all the beautiful things of Shalimar minus the smoky. I get an awful smoky tone in Shalimar. I've tried every version of it. I just cannot wear it at all. But this smells spectacular on my mom. I really love it on her. And also their vetiver. If you're a vetiver fan, theirs is to die for. I love it so much. And they actually had in their store, they have dried vetiver root, so you can really get the comparison, and it's just amazing. It's a really wonderful scent. Their parfum concentrations are between $55 and $65 for a half ounce, I believe, but you can get the cologne versions of all of their scents for super, super cheap. It's like 2 ounces for like $30 to $40 or something like that. They also offer, they have samples and stuff that you can purchase, so highly recommend them. Again, I'll put the link below. And I know I've talked about her before, but Dawn Spencer Hurwitz, I think, is fabulous and has just the most magnificent range of fragrances. Her essence oil side is great for people who are on a budget because it's like her perfume oils, and they have kind of simpler blending and things for people who are new to fragrance or really just want like a particular note and don't really want a complicated fragrance. And then she has, her very exquisite line of the her art series, and she just has pretty much anything you could ever hope to find. If you're ever in Boulder, I highly recommend going to her Essence studio. It was such a fun day for me. Even though she wasn't there, I probably spent an hour in the store speaking with the sales assistant, who was very knowledgeable. I mean, you don't typically find that. Even when I go to higher end, I would say, Lucky Scent is, you're going to have a great experience if you go to Lucky Scent because they're all very knowledgeable in that store. But for the most part, I find myself really disappointed when I go to other fragrance places and people can't talk to you about the notes or the perfumer or something you might be looking for. So the Essence Studio was fabulous, and I would say right up there at the top with Lucky Scent, although it would be tough to beat Steven, because that was just probably the best sniffing experience of my life. He was just such a joy, and so very knowledgeable that I felt like I didn't know anything, and I've been collecting for like 10 years now. So those are my recommendations. I hope you find something to love, and thanks for watching, everyone.